Hello, Ian here. We are back with more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 3, Stardust Crusaders. Sorry, this is coming out late. Look, I've just been... It's not that had less time. I have more time than ever. I have not been spending it well. But, I don't know, there was a period where I had, like, a very crappy internet. But we're back. With Stardust Crusaders stuff. Uh, Sorry if you hear fireworks. It's 4th of July. Yep, when I'm recording this. Okay, so I kind of, I'll be honest, I read this over the course of like 3 days. I read like the Emperor arc and then the Empress arc and then Wheel of Fortune. 3 separate days. Okay, so we're in India now. Okay. They're like, oh yeah. Oh no. Abdul. Okay, well, we'll see what happens to Abdul. See, it's like, don't worry. Um, all of this anti-Indian stereotypes, they're just stereotypes, and then that it's all real. You gotta lay it on thick, Rocky. Did you really have to do that? Uh, this is what makes it great. Okay, the worst Calcutta, the worst place on earth. That seems like a thing Englishmen would do, would say about it. Uh, that's the spirit, Polnareff. Okay, so what was this arc again? Oh yeah, there's a fucking pig in the that's crazy. Yeah. You know what? Why the pig's there isn't that feels like an issue though, but yeah, you have to have the stick to fucking get the pig out of the way. Oh my god. Uh, and then oh yeah, there's the mirror stand. The mirror is these in your mirrors. You can't run from the yeah, you can only see him inside the mirror. And then he breaks the mirror, but that just creates more problems. Yep, he learned about it's the guy who killed his sister. Whoa. And he kind of interesting. He kind of pulled the game out here, but okay, whatever. You may think yourself a hunter, but you may yet be hunted. Good advice, Advil. Nah, I'd win. Yeah, okay. Uh, yeah. I think Abdul was the smart one here, but I like Polnareff too, so he's good. Uh, just disappointed him, like a father. Uh, cool elephants, of course, because we're in India. Uh, yeah. Nice, very base, not paid. But I need to get back on track. I need to focus. Focus. He's a whole horse. He's on an elephant. He's great. He's good at least. I don't really get him in this moment, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand all of the ways of full horseism, whatever you. Uh, but yeah, he's teams up with this guy Centerfold. Um, that was a song. Yeah, that's probably what it's based off of, or something, or the other. So, was this stand really just they can make a gun like fast? No, that feels. Um, I don't know. It feels like you could have better stand, but I don't know. Maybe I forgot something about this. And he's already found them. Hmm? Interesting. The gun's mightier than the sword. Uh-huh. He's really revealing a lot about his. Like, he's leaving nothing to ambiguity here. But yeah, my stand is a gun. uh, it's a trick to form that stands can take because I was always envision them as like a guy that stands behind you. That's how they were named. But a stand could be anything, man. It could be a gun, a car. Be anything, man. Uh, but most seems that like um most of the protagonists have like guys behind them. Yeah. Oh yeah, but there was more to the stand. He can like guide his bullets like that. Like look at that. That's a weird. That's like a crazy. It's like homing bullets. Yeah. Damn. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that curve. Uh, yeah. Don't fight alone. But then magician's red, and then out from the puddle, stabbed in the back. Abdul. I was really shocked that they just did him in like that. Yeah, Kakuin came in. I forgot the name. Yeah, there. Um. Oh man, that's so sad, man. Are we gonna get someone else to replace him in the group? Oh man, Polnareff. I I've seen this GIF like this. Oh man, this is so sad. And they were fighting and everything. No man. Uh, and they couldn't even give him a proper burial because they're fighting these bastards. Yeah. So they go back into the fight. Um, oh, how they cut it, the mirror, but it doesn't work since it's just reflection. Mm. And shoot him. And Emerald Flash, Emerald Splash. Whoa. I like it. Yeah. Mm. Now they prepare for the next round. Damn. That was a brutal backhand. Or not backhand, like elbow. Yeah. I like this conversation because like Polnareff is like, you know, he's inside the mirror. My stand can't go inside mirrors. How can I defeat him? But Geico's like, there's no such thing as a mirror world. That's a fairy tale. This is reality. But then he's like, oh, you saw it too, though. He was in the mirror. He's like, oh, the mirror just reflects light. So I know what a mirror does, but like, oh look, if stands can exist, then why can't a mirror world too exist, right? I think it's like, no, why not? He doesn't explain himself though. I, I like how he's just trying to ground. Calculon's trying to ground the series, but it's JoJo's. You can't ground this series in logic. But I think the most consistent logic we've had in part 3 so far is that only a stand can beat another stand. A, a stand can defeat a stand user and bypass a stand if they reveal themselves or whatever. And a stand can be defeated, like sort of, if you defeat the user like that similar method, but like we saw earlier, like last time. But you've yet to have a stand be defeated by itself by another stand. So yeah, And but yeah, but the stand, the light stand, or Emperor, this was the one. Um, it caught up to them because it just bounces between reflections. Yeah, he's in the steering wheel. I'll never. I like how Kakyoin was like, he's in the steering wheel when he just told Polnareff that it can't be in the objects, you know. Uh, nice. Yeah. So basically, they have to get rid of all their um reflections, like in like a reflect light, and then they look into his eyes can reflect light. You know, you can see reflection in not eye. You know, so that's you got, I guess, upper hand here. But of course, you know, Polnareff is badass, so uh, strikes cool pose with the stand. Nice. He he uses stand attack against the boy here. And then he allowed him to go into Polnareff's eyes, and now, but he was able to attack him in the jump between there. It was cool. Some cool tactics. But really, I mean, honestly, cool tactics is the most I can like glean from this series. I mean, in terms of like, you know, thematics, themes, character development. I mean, some of the cool characters are they strike cool poses, okay, and they say cool lines, and they have cool fights. Um, but like, I guess there's development, but only like in the most basic sense that like if you write enough chapters, your characters are going to go through stuff, and you'll have I don't know development, I guess, but like not much. Like Abdul died, and we haven't really acknowledged much of it. I don't know. But yeah. Hey, so this was the one that was centerfold. Um. Okay, that's cool. Yep. They figure out the secret of the stand. Um. No, it wasn't. Didn't have two right hands. Wasn't centerfold. And they were attacked by the Mind. He's centerfold. Um. Nice. An emerald. Yeah. Yeah. He's so genuine giving up money. Of course. That. Of course. Now he goes in between their eyes. So they can't really. They're having trouble. Then he throws up a coin and just diverts everyone's attention to the coin. It's the only way he can travel. But you have to make a move, so he gets blood in the eye. Um, no, sand in the eye, and then strikes him down the stand. Okay, that's cool. Um, I'm surprised he's able to like strike him between them in the moment that he's going between objects, because it seemed like he does that really fast. So that's must be a very fast stand his. Uh, but now the gun user's back, but Empress, yeah, Kakyoin and Polnareff had to be cut out of the thing. Because there wasn't enough space, okay. Or else it would have been a lot weirder, I think. Yeah. Yeah, now they're facing centerfold, or No, Empress. Yeah, didn't realize Centerfold was dead. Hmm. He just runs away. But oh, it's Jotaro, Joseph, JoJo's. Uh, yeah, that's the only way they could have defeated Alto was to stab in the back. That's true. Uh, yeah. Um. Oh wait. Oh yeah. That guy just kind of got away, didn't he? Or something like that. Yeah, he got Joseph got blood on him, and then it kind of developed into a scary, gruesome thing. um, cat, like a cat, but that's gruesome. Yeah. Uh, now we can tell that Centerfold died, or she can tell the Centerfold died. And then she's Empress thing. Uh, uh, yeah, they're cremated. Hmm. Doing a cremation. Yeah, that looks doesn't look very good. And then it just becomes its own being. Very bizarre. Empress chew me mean you'll be die. And then just stopped it. I can say, oh no. Well, it's a prosthetic. Yep, you can't escape it. Um, yeah, that's crazy. And then now he's framed him for murder. It's also crazy. It keeps growing though and growing. And he tries to use them on, which I like. I like how they they haven't stopped, referencing him on, but it doesn't work since it's on his own body, you know. And he has some interesting applications of Hermit Purple. By try to use these um vine with thorny vines. That's also cool. But the real good news is that how he uses it as a map. We'll see that. What the hell? The chicken. That's crazy. You can just punch him. Uh, yeah. But the fines won't tie her down forever. uh, yeah. So he puts him in the, the yeah. It's quite an attack. Um, yeah. Putting in tar. That was cool. But he only knew it was tar because the Hermit Purple did the map thing. That was cool. Um, that's the weird application of his stand, which is cool. Yeah, yeah. He might be old, but he's experienced. So that's his thing. And then she fucking died because she was a puppet for this fucking bitch Empress. Uh, now we get to the last of three arcs. Here, it's a fucking wild one. There's just, driving along, talking about how they have to give Abdul a proper grave. They just, then they meet her again from Singapore. Somehow she got here. Jotar does not like it, but yeah. And then there's this car that's like, um, Wait, did we see them pass that car? Um, uh, yeah, they passed it, and then the car is going faster, and it's like, what the hell? Road rage. And then he goes slow downs again, like, what the fuck, what the fuck? And like, is it, like, what the hell? Is it a stand user? Is it Dio? Or is it just a maniac, uh, maybe a little Land Cruiser, so it's just stayed behind us. Uh, there's a truck, holy crap! And Star Platinum, yeah, you know, uh, it would have been dead if that wasn't for Star Platinum. Yeah, his Chariot and Hierophant are fast, but couldn't stop that. Which I'm kind of surprised Chariot couldn't have done that, but well, if you say so. I guess their Star Platinum is the best or whatever. Yeah, they finally switched the no, switched the thing that doesn't seem to bother them much. Um, yeah, it's the fucking car again. What the hell? Um, yeah, uh, they have to beat him up. Whether or not, yeah. I don't think it's a bit familiar, but there's basically said whether or not it's a stand user, you have to fucking beat up this maniac. I just thought it was cool. Yeah. And they arrive at a dead end. How did the car disappear? And it was behind us. Oh no, we're on a crash. The wheels are spinning, spinning. No. There's here for green, and then do a little flippy reverse thing. And like, oh. Since he never used a stand, I guess it was just some nutcase. I'm sure how he didn't realize it was a stand yet, but you know. And then he was like, announce it. It's my stand, Wheel of Fortune. Whoa. I'm surprised they kept that name, because I thought the point of changing all the names was to avoid copyright, and that's a name of a TV show. Yeah. Yep, it's the car is a stand. Go up, Eve's dick. He's talking to her like crazy. It's alive. It's transformed. Damn. It's a pretty powerful stand. Well, I don't know, it's keeping them, at bay here. Not sure why they. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, they get chased, have to protect this fucking girl. He just keeps transforming. Um, uh, and then finally, you get the Star Platinum. Yeah, they were splashed with gasoline, which is one of the powerful things was this projectile it shot them with, which was gasoline, but they didn't realize it was gasoline because it was very high pressure. That was a good attack. Even it wasn't like I don't know, it kept them at bay. Even though it wasn't very deep, but it was more confusing since it didn't leave like a mark or anything. Well, it left a mark, but there was no like they couldn't see what happened because it kind of mixed with the blood. Yeah. And then these fucking engulfed in flames. What the hell? It's like I won. That's it for part 3. I was like, wow, part 3 done already. Pack it up, boys. We're going to next time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Diamond is Unbreakable. Yeah. He just dug out from the ground to put out the flames. Okay, and then just ore. That's all it took. It's ore. And that's it. All it took was ore. Just pure strength to defeat that stand. I don't know, maybe it starts out a bit, but I think that the mystery at the start of that arc was the biggest draw. And yeah, that's the second or third volume of the compendium from volume 3, or just part 3. And not much is going on. It's just episodic span fights. Now I get why people say how part 3 is such a slog to get through. But I also heard great things about part 3, so I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting for Dio or something. Well, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.